Now live from his in-home studio from Merrickville, Ontario, Canada, which is literally in the middle of butt-fucking nowhere, your host from Duane's world, Duane, the Boozin blogger!
Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in to Duane's World. It is February the 3rd. I want to thank you for being here and watching this. As always, subscribe to my channels. You know how to do it. Hit subscribe, share the hell of the video. Also, remember that these podcasts are on Spotify as well as Apple or any other streaming places you might hang out at. So just check me out. Give it to your friends too. Let's move this along. Today we got all kinds of things to talk about that are going on in the world. So let's get at her. There we go. Now nice and comfortable as always. Yes, there are a lot of news. So let's get to the headlines. Yes, Whoopi Goldberg. Let's start with her, an aging comic on a crappy TV show. Yep, let's talk about her for a minute. She actually just got suspended today from ABC because of her comments on Monday's show, where she said, this is a direct quote, "Let's be truthful about it because the Holocaust isn't about race. It's not about race. It's not about race. It's about man's inhumanity to man." And everybody knows, nobody is that far under a rock that yes, the Holocaust was, it was about race, and it was about one country trying to wipe out another, or sorry, one type of people trying to wipe out another type of people. So yeah, it was the worst kind of race. Anyway, so she has been suspended for that because apparently that was bad. And you know what? It's good that she was, because remember, we canceled Roseanne Barr a few years ago for some stupid shit that she said. So now is Whoopi the next one to get canceled? Who knows? Could happen. We're not sure. But it is a new news item as of, like I said, 30 minutes ago. So you never know. This could happen. This could really screw Whoopi up. But of course, she later on apologized sincerely for her remarks. But come on, how much is that? How much is that really about her being sorry for what she said, or her trying to protect her job and not get canceled? That's the thing in this day and age, right? A lot of this is bullshit. It's unfortunate that she said some of this stuff. Okay, next headline, folks. This is absolutely ridiculous here. This has to do with M&Ms. Yeah, those tasty chocolate, hard-covered chocolate candies that you get, these things right here. Yeah. And it also has to do with the Green M&M being too sexy. How in the hell is a cartoon sexy or too sexy or whatever? I don't even know if she's a cartoon, but because of her eyelashes and her go-go boots, she has now had her eyelashes removed and go-go boots turned into shoes that make her look like an old lady. What kind of pervert would think that the Green M&M is sexy? I know there's all kinds out there in this world, but holy fuck, dude, it's a candy. It's a cartoon. I just couldn't imagine, M&M, you're so hot. Oh, look at those skinny drawn on legs. Oh, and those big eyes. Oh, that lipstick. Oh my God. Give me a break. Holy Jesus. There are a lot of really stupid people out there. And this is a ridiculous thing that has happened, but apparently that's what they're going with. Yeah, the brown M&M, she's staying the same, but the green one, no, she's changing. She's got to get on these old lady shoes. This is too funny, folks. The shit you learn watching TV and reading the internet, it blows my mind. I know I shouldn't be surprised by anything that I see or read anymore, because if it's dumb, it could happen. It really, really could. And this just blows me away. Like, oh, and wait, there's another one coming right up too. Yeah, it's not just the Green M&M that's getting a remake because she's too sexy. This one is getting a remake too. That's right. Minnie Mouse. Minnie Mouse is getting a new update to her classic polka dotted skirt and stuff to a blue polka dotted pantsuit. Yep. They're bringing it out for Paris's 30th anniversary of Disney World, and they want it to make her look like a strong female. To me, what she's starting to look like is a powerful woman, but not a woman anymore. Like she's just kind of become manly. And I don't know, again, why are you changing Minnie Mouse? She's a cartoon. She is absolutely a cartoon and makes no sense. Yes, the feminists want her to look stronger and a skirt doesn't make her look strong, but a pantsuit kind of makes her look like, I don't know, a man maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, but I mean, there have been all kinds of women in politics and stuff. They wear what they call a power suit. I guess that's what they call it, where they wear the pantsuit and shit. But yeah, Minnie Mouse getting a change. This world is absolutely ridiculous. I can't help myself sometimes. It just kind of, I don't know. Oh, by the way, she's still going to have her polka dotted kerchief thing on her head, only it's going to be blue too. So she's going to look smart. Not. I don't know if Minnie's look will stay like forever or whatever, or if it's even going to be in the US or whatever. But she's wearing it in honor of Women's History Month, which is in March. So maybe she's just doing it for that. But Mickey Mouse, he's going to get a little bit of a change too. He's going to be wearing a reflective pastel lavender and silver suit while strolling down Main Street in Disneyland. And Minnie will have a second costume and a reflective pink dress and bow. It's craziness. Why are you changing this shit up? Like I said, between comics being, or cartoons being sex objects and some people being real perverts and stuff. And I don't personally, feminism is good. Feminists are okay. Some aren't, some are over the top. Anyways, just like every other cause, there's some crazy radicals in it. But I think a woman being changed into a pantsuit makes her look less like a woman. Maybe it's because I'm old fashioned and grew up when I grew up, but maybe it's all to make her look like a stronger woman. But I don't know. I just thought like women's History Month would be more of a celebration about being a woman, not trying to transfer yourself into look like a dude. But hey, what do I know? I don't know any of this crap. Anyways, moving on. Let's get to some sports. Sorry, I'm a little preoccupied. I got this cardinal flying around my studio, well, outside my studio here. Okay, so what do we got going on in sports? Couple of big news items in sports this week. Ben Rothlessberger, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, been there his entire career. Everybody remembers, you know, he is really a good quarterback and tough, like physically tough. I don't know how many times I've watched him limp on and off of the field, always come back on, like play through the pain. One of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen in the NFL. He decided on Thursday that it's time for him to hang up his cleats. Rothlessberger, he was the 11th overall pick in 2004 draft. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year award, won 2 Super Bowl rings, and was 6-time Pro Bowler. He will definitely make it to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. There were a couple of illegal things that he did. He got himself into a, sexual problems earlier on in, I think, 2010 or something. But if you count just his football stuff, he was a pretty damn amazing player. Yeah. So, I mean, the seasons, the NFL is going to miss Big Ben. They are. He was exciting to watch. Now, the biggest news in sports right now, yesterday, it came out on Friday or on Saturday that Tom Brady was retiring. It wasn't true. And then all of a sudden yesterday, boom, Brady goes onto Twitter and announces his retirement after 22 seasons. He's broken pretty much every quarterback record there is. And what's left for him? I really don't know. What's left for him? This season, he was absolutely amazing. 44 years old, playing such a tough position at quarterback. Actually, even ran more this year than he has in his entire career. So this year, he led the National Football League in yards passing with 5,316, touchdowns with 43, completions with 485 completions, and attempts with 719. Unfortunately, the Buccaneers lost to the Rams a week ago to get knocked out of the playoffs. But like, that's so amazing. 44 years old and to have those stats. Those have to, I don't know for sure 100%, because I am a diehard Patriots fan. And so I've followed Brady pretty much all through his career. And I don't know if those were his best stats ever, but I'm pretty sure they were. And to have pull off that year, why not retire? You're retiring at the top of your game. You're making it out with not that many injuries. He says he wants to spend more time with his business, which is TB12, and as well as with his family. His wife is supermodel, whatever her name, something Bunchen. So he wants to spend more time with them. I don't blame him. 44, he's reached the pinnacle. There is no better quarterback ever in the history of football. He is the GOAT. So what does he end up doing? Let's see. 20 seasons playing for the Patriots. He wins 6 Super Bowls. His first season with the Buccaneers last year, 1 Super Bowl. So he's got 7 Super Bowls. He's got absolutely nothing to prove. He finishes his career as a career leader in yards passing with 84,520 and touchdowns at 624. He's the only player to win more than 5 Super Bowls and was an MVP of the championship game 5 times. Like, come on, Tom Brady was amazing. He's widely considered the greatest quarterback to play the game of football. Brady won 3 NFL MVP awards, was a first-team All-Pro 3 times, was selected to the Pro Bowl 15 times. He was 243 and 73 in his career in the regular season and 35 and 12 in the playoffs. Everybody knows this story too. Overlooked, drafted in the 6th round, 199th pick. And man, did he prove the critics wrong. Really, really prove the critics wrong. I personally am going to miss watching Tom Brady because if there's a guy that can run, if there's little time left on the clock and you're behind, Tom Brady's the guy you want. He's just amazing at end of game plays. There are a few people that have been like that over the years. Peyton Manning was another one. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes the other day or last week, just didn't happen this week. That's all. But yeah, so Brady, amazing, absolutely an amazing career. He went through it with he missed a season due to a blown knee, but other than that, he has stayed pretty healthy over his career, and good for him to retire on a high note. We all remember Brett Favre coming back and staying just a little too long, and then you got shitty Brett Favre when he finished his career, and Brady's going to quit while he's ahead. Now the news will be, is Gronk going to still play? Well, think about it. Brady brought Gronk out of retirement. Gronk says Brady's the only quarterback he wants throwing footballs at him. And so that'll be another thing to keep your eyes open for, is if Gronkowski actually retires this year and stays retired. Who knows? We'll have to see. Cheers, Tom. Now on to the craziness that is happening in downtown Ottawa. That's right, folks. We're talking about the Freedom Convoy. We got us a convoy. Unless you've been living under a rock, the Freedom Convoy's been in Ottawa since Saturday. They've got so that's 4 days in a row now. I guess today's fifth day, I guess. Anyways, they're still there. They're fighting for anti-mandates. Now, I talked about this in my blog the other day, and I had people get mad at me because I differentiated between freedoms, right? Because the media showed some nasty people with Nazi flags and Canadian flags with Nazi insignias on them, and people got upset because I said that it's a freedom rally, and unfortunately, I hate these people as much as everybody else does. But you can't pick your freedoms, right? And they're free to hold that shit up. Unfortunately, we don't want to look at it, but I was listening to a couple of broadcasts, and apparently the picture of the person with the Nazi flag, that person wasn't in the crowd very long. He was there for 5-10 minutes, and then all of a sudden he was gone. So I said that he was like an agent provocateur. He was set there by the media. He has to be a media setup. He was there specifically to take the spotlight off the truckers and move it to this hate, turn it into a hate thing. Apparently there was going to be hate groups show up, and you'd have two factions of protesters, right? And you know what happens when that happens. We have all out wars, and people get the shit kicked out of them. People get arrested, and then the police get blamed for being too rough on protesters and shit. I still am glad that nobody confronted the dude with the Nazi flag, because you kept it civil. And protests these days, you never hear of a protest that's civil. And I think, honestly, that the news, they put this person in there because, you know what, friggin' a protest that's peaceful and stuff, and everybody getting along singing Kumbaya, that's not exciting at all. Add a little bit of excitement, and the media did it. They also, Terry Fox statue got defaced, and with cardboard and an upside down flag. So I wouldn't really call that defaced. I would just call it people using it as a prop, because once they were taken down, voila, Terry Fox was back to normal. It is wrong though to use statues like that, especially of Terry Fox. He was such a hero to so many Canadians. Now the truckers themselves, I've heard of programs where you can listen to all their chats and stuff, and apparently they're not that bright. They talk about they're concerned about the $8 million in their GoFundMe page. They're for certain freedoms, but not for other freedoms and stuff. And if you're going to be for freedom, shouldn't you be for them all? That's why I said that, you know what, the Nazis can be there because they're free to, as long as they're not promoting hate or being assholes to people. But you can't pick your freedoms, folks. Everybody has the same freedoms. Unfortunately, being free to be an asshole is still allowed in Canada. And and it's showed with a very, very small minority of people. Now, the convoy is getting smaller. People have started to go home. Apparently today they only had like 50 protesters on Parliament Hill. I can't verify that because I just don't. I'm not looking at it. I'm trying to avoid the news on it. But they have had some arrests made. A couple of dudes just got arrested. The cops played it smart. The cops played it smart. On Tuesday, they arrested Matthew Dorkin. Come on, how smart does that guy sound, right? Dorkin, you're a dork. Anyways, 29 of Ottawa charged him with mischief to property. They said in a release, police said the alleged mischief happened on Saturday. And the cops didn't arrest him on Saturday because they didn't want a bigger confrontation with protesters. Like, the cops played it smart too. The cops have been good with this. They've been letting shit go. And they've been really aware that cameras are on them. And I've always believed that the police are good people. There are, like in every other job, there's assholes. But I mean, for the most part, I think police do a great job that nobody wants to do. And they've been really, really good about this crap. And then there was another dude, Andre Lacasse, 37 of Ottawa. He got charged with carrying a weapon to a public meeting. Why do you need a weapon at a peaceful protest? I don't know. Seems kind of fishy to me, but anyways, they got charged. Now they got a hotline and they've had 8 complaints on their hotline. 3 of them put out to hate crimes unit. So like I said, there are a few people out there that are unsavory bunch of assholes, and I really have no use for these people. And I know they're plants. I know they're there just to be shit disturbers. They're also dumb. As you can, like, racists are just dumb people. They don't get it. They just don't get that you got the difference between melatonin and somebody. People are dumb. Not everybody's dumb. Just racists are dumb. And every racist is dumb. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be a PhD. You're still an idiot if you're a racist. I am getting tired of the convoy, though. I did come out and say that I was happy. I'm happy people have been getting along. That's it. I'm not for the convoy because I believe in respecting the law. So, like, I mean, we're told we got to do this, we do it. That's just the way it's going to be, folks. Do I really care about people getting jabbed with a needle? No, not really, because, like, I mean, you know what? I looked after myself. My family looked after themselves. So I don't care. We're running into people at the grocery stores who aren't vaccinated. We're running into people all over the place that aren't and are. You can't tell who's vaccinated, who's not. Like, I mean, there's got to be some sort of common ground here. There has to be a percentage of people, once they get vaccinated, it doesn't matter. Whether it be 85%, 90%, 95%. Once we hit those numbers, then it really shouldn't matter how many people are vaccinated. I know people are going to disagree with me. People are going to call me an idiot. Somebody called me a goof already. So I just think that the whole vaccination thing, you do it for you. You be you. You do you. I'll look after myself. You look after yourself, or don't look after yourself. That's fine too. But I'm not for forcing people to do things, especially now, like right now. I am for forcing people to do all the immunity shots that we get as kids, because those have been proven time after time after time after time. This new vaccine, it's only been out for 2 years. and we don't know what any of the final effects are going to be on anybody. So, like, I mean, I get people not wanting it, and I get not pushing it either. The mandate the truckers are working on isn't going to work. Yes, you're slowing traffic down in Ottawa. You're starting to lose a little bit of your support. And that's not good. But do you think, like, Biden's not going to change his mind? Okay, so you still got to be double vaxxed to get into the U.S. So if you got to be double vaxxed to get into the U.S., why not be double vaxxed to get into Canada? Like, it just makes sense. Like, this is silly. It really is silly. So what? All the Canadians get vaxxed, and then they can go to the U.S. and the U.S. truckers can't. Well, there's an easy fix for that too. The U.S. truckers drive to the port, unload. Canadian trucker comes in and picks it up. You know, it's that simple, folks. Why can't the Boozin blogger be in charge of something? I do. I follow some common sense sometimes. Like, it's nuts, folks. There is one thing that has been disgusting at the convoy, and that's people are taking craps outside in the snow and not cleaning it up and peeing all over the place, and just like dogs. That's not cool, guys. That's really not cool. Dog shit's one thing, human shit is another. So smarten your act up. And the lady that was dancing on the tomb of the unknown soldier, it was so wrong that she did that. But once she was confronted and told about it, she got down and she was apologetic. She didn't know what she was doing. That's the problem when you're protesting. Not always do you know your surroundings, and you can do really, really stupid things. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, the fringe minority of rebel rousers out there, the ones who went to the Shepherds of Good Hope and demanded food, and the ones who were running like assholes through Rideau Center and stuff. You know, another thing that I'm not liking either is that I have friends who live in downtown, and they're with these truck horns going off at all hours of the night, waking them up, not making it easy for them to go to work, waking up kids in the middle of the night and shit. That's not cool. I haven't seen a lot of violence or anything from, I haven't seen much negativity from the truckers, but that's a negative big time. Just because you don't want to go to work doesn't mean other people don't have to go to work, right? We don't all have an $8 or $9 million treasure chest to pay for our time while we sit in an idling truck. And I guess that brings me to another point too, right? What about the carbon emissions and all that other bullshit? I've got to pay more carbon taxes and shit, living at home. And I watch how much I heat my house. I do all this and do all that. Like, with these trucks running all the time, is that not hard? Really? I don't know. I'm not sure if people getting along is worth all this crap in the long run. I honestly don't think they're going to get what they want out of it. I don't. I think the government is going to stand strong. And if they don't, that's going to show a bad sign too, right? If the truckers are able to get what they want, who's going to stop other people from doing the same thing? Every time you got to protest. You want to protest the new gun laws? Throw a convoy out there. You want to protest the gas prices? Throw a convoy. You want to protest the price of hydro? Get a convoy. So, if the government cuts back, that's not going to be a good thing either, because it is going to show that a whole bunch of people throwing a temper tantrum will pay off. So, I don't know what to do, folks. I really, really don't know what to do. I think it's time the truckers showed their stuff. They got their say. Yes, they did. They were never going to get a meeting with Trudeau anyways, whether he had COVID or not. They weren't getting a meeting with him. I think it's time to pack up. Your little party's over. Go home. get back on the road, get all the, get things moving. Because I read a post yesterday where somebody said that that the government is stopping these people from making money. Well, they're not. They're double vaxxed. Most of them are double vaxxed. 80 to 90% of them are double vaxxed. So the government's not stopping them. They're stopping themselves by participating in this protest. Again, like I said, I'm probably saying shit that some people aren't going to like, but you know what? I don't give a shit. I really don't. I like to have my say, and this is my opinion. If you have the same opinion, great. If you don't, fine. You can always leave comments underneath the video. Yeah. Anyway, this is Duane, the Boozin blogger from Duane's World. Take care of yourselves. Remember, we started opening back up on Monday, which is absolutely an amazing, amazing thing. And get vaccinated, get your boosters, do whatever you want. Just do whatever you want. I am going to go get a booster, whether it be this weekend or next weekend. I am going to get one, and I don't care. I really don't care if people think great or not great, whatever. I don't care. I'm doing it for me, right? I've got health issues, and if it helps me a little bit, I'll take all the help I can get. Anyways, I'll be back on Wednesday. Stay tuned for my blog on Friday. You do remember the blog, the difference between the blog and the podcast. Podcast is, half an hour, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little shorter. And the blog is like 3 or 4 minutes of one topic. So check all that stuff out. Remember, you can always check it out on Spotify and Apple. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. And remember the most important thing in life. Don't be a fucking asshole.